Was bopping. Back with the more Strive. You know, it's a little bit of a longer video than, you know, my usual Strive videos, but, today's a special day, you know. This video will be uploaded and recorded, about 2 hours before the new character gets revealed. So, yeah. As of right now, we don't know who it is. So, let's talk about it, you know? I talked about it in one of my other videos, but, you know, now the day is here. The day of reckoning is here, right? And, let's start with the outlandish thing. Like, I'm a little crazy for thinking this, but, it's possible, but this is the least possible thing out of everything, but it's still possible. A guest character. It just seems very weird to me that IGN is showcasing this, because they've never done it before. This game has been around for what, 3 years now, and they never really did some IGN stuff before. You know, and the full game has been out for about 1 year and 4 months, I guess. And from the game's reveal until the game's release until now, they've never done some exclusive stuff like this. Like, I'm sure IGN had some gameplay videos or something early, but they never had an exclusive character reveal. So, it makes me hope that this is a very special character, right? Whether it's a BlazBlue character, a Street Fighter, who knows, right? I think that's the least possible. But, what I will say, Samurai Showdown had a Guilty Gear character. Let's not act like that didn't happen, because that did happen. Right? That did happen. And if I recall correctly, it happened in the middle of Season 1 of Guilty Gear Strive, okay? I feel like during that point, it would have been too late to release a Samurai Showdown character into Guilty Gear Strive. Now, here's the problem, right? Even though Guilty Gear Strive was already out at the time, the Samurai Showdown character was a Guilty Gear Rev 2 character, not a Strive character. And they specifically showed that it was a crossover with Rev 2 and not Strive, even though Strive had already been out. So there maybe there won't be a Samurai Showdown character, because it was not a Strive crossover, it was a Rev 2 crossover. But it did happen, and ArcSys never returned the favor. They never had an SNK character in Guilty Gear. And I thought that was kind of weird. But who knows? Who knows? Because I remember saying Guilty Gear X Samurai Showdown. I don't know. When I hear like X, like cross, and I know this isn't always the case, but I feel like it should be. When you say Guilty Gear cross Samurai Showdown, I think that means the deal should go both ways. But I don't. It didn't mean that. So far, there has been no SNK character in Guilty Gear. So, yeah. But yeah, the least possible thing that would happen is a guest character. But it also would make the most sense, personally, because why are they having IGN show this off? And I think it's... If it's not some big... Like, let's say it's Jam, right? I think that's really disrespectful to Guilty Gear players, to have IGN show that off. I think people that deserve it more, actual people that actually play this game, deserve to have that free clout, I guess, more. Like, I'd rather have, like, you know, Kizzy K, you know, show off the new character, you know. I don't want some guy at IGN who is gonna play on the easiest control scheme for Street Fighter 6 to be showing off this new character, right? But if it's a guest character, okay, you know. But if, like I said, if it's someone like Jam, I mean, really. And I'm gonna be honest, I know there's Jam fans out there, but we don't want her. I feel like I speak for the majority of people. We don't want her. She can go away. If it's Jam, I will personally be very, very disappointed. She's just not cool. But I do think, if I'm not mistaken, right, I think throughout the whole... I could be wrong, right? But I'm pretty sure throughout the whole life cycle of this game, it was always an even divide between female and male DLC characters, right? Am I crazy? I'm pretty sure that was the case, right? And the last DLC character was female, so maybe that means it's a male character? I'm pretty sure they were pretty, like, even with that throughout this game so far. But what you're seeing here, right? What you're seeing here is the rare time I actually choose to fight an Axel, right? I've made it very clear. I think zoners are the lamest by the way, I totally sold the bag here. I would have won if I didn't do that. I think zoners are the lamest characters in fighting game history. I don't know how people enjoy playing them. I don't know how people enjoy fighting them. Nobody enjoys fighting them, actually. And unfortunately, longer range characters have really dominated this game. And unfortunately, they're all incredibly lame to play and to watch. So I hope we get another character like Goldlewis or someone even better than Goldlewis. I just want someone that gets in your face and destroys you, right? And I think that's the most fun character, and I think 90% of the player base can agree that those are the more interesting characters anyways. So yeah. I think the worst case possible would be we get another zoner. But personally, if that zoner is Justice, I'm all in. Because that's the only zoner I actually enjoy playing, because I like how she can mix you up from full screen with the whole like you know, like jet boost thing. I don't know, I thought that was always cool. Yeah, I don't know. I just really like Justice, and obviously she's easily the coolest looking Guilty Gear character. I don't care what anyone says. So, for me, that's a dream character though, and I know that will never happen. But yeah. So let's talk about characters I actually want in. Johnny, yes. Slayer, yes. If those two characters make it in, I will be excited and I will be happy to play them. But they are not like game changers for me. Game changers for me would be Justice or Order Soul. That would be game changers for me, but those are also incredibly unlikely. Let's talk about... I feel like most people will agree with this. If you've been keeping up with the game, you probably feel this way too. The character that would be the most unhype and disappointing would definitely be Sin, right? And here's why. Because if this game has been in such a drought, right? This is the driest this game has ever been. The last character we got was almost 4 months ago. It's like 2 weeks away from being 4 months. And if you don't know, Sin had a brand new design, and they already showed it. He was in the story mode that came out in May, the DLC story mode. He was in it, and I think most people can agree that if the next character is Sin, it's going to be incredibly disappointing. Incredibly disappointing. I mean, we've seen what he's looked like since May, right? That's when the DLC came out, May or April. And the fact that he wasn't the first character in Season 2 definitely had me worried, because that means there's going to be a character reveal that's not hype at all. And I think that could potentially be this one. I mean, obviously his gameplay could be cool, but as a character, he's just not hype because we've seen him for almost a year, you know? It wasn't like they put his old character model in the game or something. No, he had a brand new design, completely different outfit. And yeah, right. And I think I mean, and when that was the case in the original story mode, whenever a character would show up, they were DLC. So this game is kind of cheap, I ain't gonna lie, so I feel like if they made a whole character model, they're gonna use it. Because that's what they did with the original story mode. They didn't let no character models go to waste, pretty much. So they might do that with Sin, and that's very unfortunate because that's not surprising at all. I will say the one thing about this game that is better than any other fighting game ever, right? For the past 5 years or something, this game has not had any leaks, right? When the game came out, a bunch of characters got leaked and almost all of them were wrong, right? Bridget was never leaked, Testament was never leaked, Biken was leaked. I will say Biken was leaked, I believe. We already knew Goldlewis and Happy Chaos were in the game because they were in the story mode, right? So it's not a big surprise. But yeah, this game had very few leaks, and we're in a state right now where a new character can come out, and we would all be surprised. Unless it was Sin, because like I said, he was in the game. So yeah, Sin would personally be the most disappointing, right? If it's any other character that's not Johnny, Slayer, Justice, or Order Soul, or... no. If it's any character that's not one of those, for me personally, I would just have to see what they do. Because if you want me to get excited over a character just by their character and their name and what they look like, it's gotta be Justice, Johnny, Order Soul, or Slayer, right? If it's not any of them, they're gonna have to sell me with gameplay alone, right? For me personally, because those are characters I want. I like the murderous characters that just get up in your face and kill you. But I don't like Jam though, which is weird. Because she's just annoying. I think she's just annoying, and looking at her in Rev 2, she didn't look that fun to play. But yeah, those characters, I like characters that get up in your face, and even Justice can ruin you, and she's a zoner, right? And she had that one move where she just flew behind you. She's really cool. And I always thought her air combos were really cool too. Even though this game doesn't really have air combos like that, her air combos in Accident Core were just sick. I don't know, I really like them, and I always loved the noises she made too. She just sounded so cool. She's such a sick robot. So I don't know. I'm a big Justice fan, even though I hate zoners. It's just that everything about her is so cool that I can deal with just sitting back and zoning. Yeah, I think we can all hope for multiple characters, but I think at this point it's pretty much confirmed that it will only be one character. But I do think we might see a stage. I hope we'll see a stage. I think we're supposed to get 2 stages this season. I don't remember if that stage is coming out with this character though. I don't remember. But yeah. And what I will say is, I think the wait for the next character after this is going to be incredibly short, right? It was 4 months, and we're finally getting one character. I think the next character will come out at the end of December. I do think that. I think it'll be a 1 month wait. Maybe January. Maybe a 2 month wait. I don't think it'll be over 2 months, though. So, we're good on that. Yeah, I feel like I talked about everything, right? I don't know if I missed much. I talked about what I wanted. Talked about my disappointments. I talked about the dream, which would be a guest character, even if it's not SNK, just a guest character in general. But that's not likely. But I feel like if they gave it to IGN, it has to be something big, right? You can't give it to IGN for Sin, you know? It has to be something big. So if it's not Sin, it's got to be a really long-term awaited Guilty Gear character, right? You don't just give it to IGN for Sin. I don't know, especially since he was already in the game. It has to be someone like Slayer or Johnny, like a fan favorite. Like people like Sin and Jam, but they aren't on the levels of like Slayer and Johnny, and even Elfelt, which I don't like her, but I feel like if she's in the game, it would make sense. Anyways, we're gonna find out in a few hours. So you know, sub if you want. I'm gonna talk about it tomorrow. You know, like, sub, all that. Comment what you think it might be and what you think about the character when they are revealed. And yeah, peace. Also, this combo was weird. I had no idea that was gonna hit, so I dropped it. But we got the dub anyways. All right, peace.
Yeah, hey there, I do this, never fear losing. And when I get up in the game, y'all be improving. A real problem, but I solve them all facts proof. And if you think I'm gon' fold, then you talking fool. Yeah, y'all wanna win, let me spin, boy. On dunks aside, I'm super fly like I'm hanging off the rim, boy. I've been winning for my kinfolk, and I put on for my city from the intro. Let's go. I put that time in. My pride is out the roof, I get that grind in. So I'ma tell the truth, I get my grind on. You know the pressure make all of these diamonds. I tell them get back, step back, fast track, big lap, big facts. I'm past that, yeah. I'm trying to get ahead, get out the way. Now move forward, stand back, now break away. I'm about to bring it. I ain't never backing down. Took me step up to the plate. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this round. Oh, I'ma go all of the round. See the sights, yeah. Hop out and I'm scheming, ride around and dreaming. Once I get the feeling, nobody can stop me. Hit it, I'm on gold, fanning all you foes. Once I'm on the road, I'm knocking out of the door. I got the range, if you wanna come and stand up to me, pull up on me now. If you wanna challenge to me, rookie, run up on me now. I'm on the road to the top and I'm not looking back. I'm on the road to the top and I'm not looking back. I ain't never backing down, come and step up to the plate. For my city, for my town, I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this round. Oh, I'ma go all of the round. I ain't never backing down, come and step up to the plate. For my city, for my town, I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this round. Oh, to the top, see the sights, see the sights, see the sights, yeah.